The thing is, I feel like all Nigerian parents are in the same WhatsApp group. I feel like they usually have this August meeting that they attend where they say, this is how we're going to be treating our children. This is what we're going to be doing. Because how do you explain that? Like, Nigerian parents sound alike. They act alike. But again, there are some things that Nigerian parents are doing that they need to stop doing, and that is what this video is about. So if you're a parent or you're a teenager, just come close. This video is for you. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to another amazing episode on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for engaging my content. I really appreciate you. Today I want to really look at some of the things that Nigerian parents need to stop doing, because these things are ruining the lives of their children, and they don't even know, because they're doing it in love. They're doing it because this is the best way I know how to parent, not because they are the right things to do. Number one, stop the comparison. What do I mean? Stop comparing your children. Nigerian parents do this a lot. In fact, African parents do this a lot. You look at a child and you say, this person is doing like that. Why can't you be like this person? Why can't you be like the other person? And that is not a good parenting approach. What you are doing is that you are killing this child's self-esteem. Because if this child is always hearing from a parent who is supposed to love them, affirm them, and tell them positive words that you should behave like this person, you should behave like this other person, it gives them some sort of vibe about themselves. If it makes them feel like, my mom doesn't like who I am, my dad doesn't like who I am, they want me to behave like somebody else. Do you get me? So they want to fit into another person's shoe. That's not their shoe. Why do you want them to wear it? You get me? So you need to understand as a Nigerian parent that every child is unique. Focus on understanding the uniqueness of your child. Focus on understanding what is making your child different from other people's children, and amplify it. They have strengths. They can be amazing. You get stop telling a child that you should be like this person because maybe that's your role model child. That's not your role model child. Your child has a unique ability that you need to help them figure out. There's so much potential in them that you need to help them figure out. You get me? And help them amplify it. Stop comparing your children, dear Nigerian parents. Number two, start apologizing. Nigerian parents, I don't know, maybe in one of those their August meetings, or maybe in one of those their WhatsApp group meetings, they ganged up and they said, we will not apologize to our children. Nigerian parents, they don't like apologizing. In fact, some people have made some sort of jokes that instead of Nigerian parents to apologize, it's better you just give them mop to mop a river. You get, why is it so hard to say, this thing I did, I'm sorry? Sometimes they know that they wronged you as a child. Right? They wrong their child. They will now look for, another way. Instead of opening their mouth to actually say, I'm sorry, I apologize. You see this particular one, I did not get it right. They will never agree. And that is not a good parenting approach in 21st century. Because you are raising a child that will not be apologizing to people. You are raising a child that will do something wrong and make excuses for it. Yes, because you are their role model. When you don't apologize, your children will see that apologies are not important, and it will affect their relationships with other people. Please don't let your children become the type of children that wrong people and don't acknowledge their wrongs just because that's how their parents behave. These children pick up a lot of negative attitudes from their parents, and you see this attitude or this behavior of not apologizing that African parents have, it is really affecting children. You see a child do something to another child and they are finding it very difficult to take responsibility for their actions, or say, I'm sorry, because they never hear it from their parents. And you are the first point of learning for any child as a parent. So please, it no go cost you anything to say, I'm sorry. This particular one where I do now, but I know doing well. I apologize. I'm sorry. It doesn't stop you from being a parent. All right. Number 3, punishment. They beat me in this life, eh? They beat me, they flog me in this life till the point where, you do something and you say, it's flog now. Nothing will happen, nothing else will happen. Punishing a child, giving them some sort of strenuous punishments is not the way to correct a child. It's not the only way to correct a child. Try other means. Let us see if it's working or if it's not working. Do you get me? Nigerian parents want to hit, want to, say pick pin, push this one, do that. No, there are better ways to correct children. There's 21st century parenting. I don't know, you people should go and read up stuff, new stuff, in books. You can tell a child, you see, this particular thing where you do today, that's your phone, I'm taking it away from you. Yeah, that can be how you discipline a child. Or you say, you know what, the party that your friends are going for, you're not going anywhere because of this behavior that you displayed today. That's a punishment. You don't have to always beat. Every time you beat them and beat them and beat them, they feel like that's the only thing that you can do to them. They don't expect you to do any other thing. So when they misbehave, they say, is it not beat? Now only beat, she go beat me. Now only, you get me? So please, in your parenting approach or in your disciplinary approach, look for ways. You get me? Be spontaneous with these things. Let them not see you coming. And you don't need to always go physical with your children, all right? Another one is verbal abuse. Hey, the full African parents. This meeting, they write minutes for the meeting when they talk, say, you should verbally abuse your children. For haba now, that is not the right way to train children. That is not the right way to parent. How do you say negative words to your children? How do you throw harsh words at your children? Because just like I said previously, you are everything to them. They expect to get love from you. You get? That's what they expect from you in every way, in the things that you say, in how you treat them, in the gifts that you buy for them, in the approach of your parenting. They expect love from you in all ramifications. But when the only thing that you have to offer a child is to say, you are this, you are that, I regret this. Is it not your mates that are that? Look at how I'm wasting my money on your head. I'm just saying mild words because, this is a video and this is supposed to be on YouTube. But some of these parents, they say words that an adult can't even take in. Words that can, pow. I'm telling you, you would never imagine that the parents can say that to their children. Some of these parents, they say it. Do you get me? You are ruining your child's life with your words. You might think that, that's the best way to do it. That's how my parents did it for me. Gen Z, they don't get tough skin, no. They don't get tough skin like, our great-grandfathers and all of that. See, by the time you say those words to them, they begin to reflect on those words. They begin to think about it. Do you get me? And as a man thinketh, so is he. Before you know what is happening, they are behaving like that, or they now want to rebel. Shebi na waiting my mama talk. Make I become am now. Let me be it. Do you get me? A child will just do something and you have started, right? So let's work on it. Verbal abuse is not the best way. Instead of you to say, look at you, coconut head, every money where they spend for your school is a waste. Do you get me? You are not making me proud. Instead of you to say all of that, can you bring your child close and say, what are the areas you're suffering in school? How can I help you do better? I need you to make me proud. Do you get me? There's a way to sit down and have conversations with these children. Tell them you can be better. You are brilliant. You just need to work hard a little more. You just need to read, some more. You just need to, you're encouraging them. Person where he gets first, he get 3 head. You get 3, go feel be like that person. Can't you be like that person? How bad? So please, stop the verbal abuse. Hashtag stop the verbal abuse. Nigerian parents, stop the verbal abuse. Stop verbally abusing your children. It is doing more harm than good. It is not a good parenting approach at all. Another thing is that Nigerian parents avoid sensitive conversations that are meant for them to have. They avoid it totally. Why? Why can't you have conversations around sex with your children? Who do you want to have it? Who are you leaving that conversation for? For social media? For websites? For friends in school? For aunties and uncles? Haba. You are their first teacher, for crying out loud. You see this topic of sex, they should hear it from you first. When they are becoming teenagers, you need to bring them close and say, this is what you should do. This is what you should not do. Introduce them to their body parts. Children need to understand their sexuality and know their reproductive organs very well. And it should come firsthand from their parents. Yes, because most times, right, some people have taken advantage of these informations and your children are not acting in some kind of way. Now, there are so many narratives that are selling. These children are exposed to, they're swimming in oceans of informations. They don't even know which one is which one. As the first point of learning, you need to introduce them to these things. You need to call it by their names, call body parts by their names, so that when a child experiences a thing or two, the child can identify and say, this is what happened to me in this part of my body. Parents run away from conversations around relationship. Who are you leaving it for? Who are you leaving it for? Your child is learning about menstruation when they are already menstruating. They are figuring it out by themselves. No, now. Your child is learning about sex when they have been raped. No, now. These children are advancing in knowledge as fast as you can think of. So please, get ahead of them. Teach them some of these things. They need to hear it from you. Start talking about relationship. Start talking about sex, sexuality, body organs. Very sensitive conversations that we don't have. Start having it with your children. It is best that it comes from you as a parent first. The last and the most important conversation that parents need to have with their children in this age and time are conversations around separation or divorce. I cannot shout this enough. Every decision that you take as a parent affects your child directly and indirectly. We are, in a world where most times relationships don't work anymore, most times marriages don't work anymore, and children are now in the picture and they were never a party to it. Yes, they did not have any hand in your issues with your husband or your wife. Yes, why should they suffer? Before you have anything, any conversations bordering around separation, you need to prep your children on how to deal with it. Prep them on how to deal with it. Have the conversations with them. Tell them, you see that, you see this. I am mommy or I am daddy. We're no longer going to be together, but you see, we're going to make sure that together we raise you. Don't leave that gap for them to figure it out by themselves. No. You don't know the damage it does to a child. So, as African parents, you need to understand that some of these things I mentioned are unintentionally affecting your child's life. And the earlier you begin to work on it, the better for you. Don't say that I did not do anything good for you. Thank you so much. This is the point where you subscribe, you like, and you share my video. This is a growing YouTube channel, and I would really love for you to be part of my family and help me grow. My name is Sunshine. I'll see you in my next video.